There we go. Gold has a new challenge, a little hurdle to get over. Plus, if you have questions for, a bullion industry veteran for the last 11, 12 years, you can ask your questions and I shall answer them. That would be me. Hey, if you don't have any questions, that's okay. It'll be a short show and that's okay too. Look, if you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes. Why wouldn't you to go to your favorite part? But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy everything we do here at Good Morning Stackers, your weekdaily live show, bullion price analysis, news, fun stuff, Q&A. It's such a great show. My name is Joe Main. Hit the big red subscribe button to join. And, of course, in the first 1 minute of the show, we do the Synchronised Slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage of your choice. Whatever it is your choice. And we slurp it synchronously in the first 1 minute of the show. Here we go. All together. 3, 2, 1. Slurp it. Yes, once again, my name is Joe Main. Worked in the bullion retail industry in Australia for 11 years. Been a stacker for longer than that. Now I help you and your business or anyone else's business launch and grow on YouTube and other social media. It's what I'm really good at. If you have a business that could help, build its customer base, if you're a new business, existing business, if you can handle additional business, come my way. So what you would do is obviously do the following. You would go over to this website right here. It's a little website. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Instagram. So Instagram.com/It's Joe Main. Instagram.com/It's Joe Main. Right there. I've got a lot of free content on how to create consistently engaging content. And also you can send me a DM and you can work with me privately. I already have multiple clients in both the bullion industry and other random businesses as well. So you can be, or your business can be, or your boss's business can be one of those. Send them my way. So here's what we do. Naturally, we start off with the shout-outs for the GMS family. GMS question mark? What do you mean question mark, Hazza? It's always GMS. It's always Good Morning Stackers on a weekday. Hi, everyone. Mark Florida says, GMS can't stay. Just wanted to say hello. I love when you do that, Florida man. I really appreciate it. Tyler Durden. Tyler Durden. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Recognize the name, though. Love your work. GMS, the platinum silver ratio. Yes, it is at or near all-time lows. Correct. Currently at 32, blah, blah, blah. Do you expect it to go much lower, or is platinum extremely undervalued? I've done a series of videos recently about platinum, how it's historically very low against silver and gold as well. So you can check out those videos. Around here is a good buy for platinum. And I did a video just 2 days ago titled, Is Platinum a good buy or is it good buy? And at the end of that, platinum is a good buy around these areas, could go lower. Don't wait. In my humble opinion, I expect it to go lower while we're under a certain threshold, and we'll talk about that threshold today because we do platinum price analysis too. So stick around for that. But it could go lower, of course. It could shoot through the moon. It could tank. But historically, it's at a pretty darn low point. So if you're dollar cost averaging in, that's probably the best way to go, but you'll get that platinum analysis later in the show. GMS Minister 988, great to see you. Lance is back. It's been a couple of days. I think it's been a while, maybe since last week. Pete Repeat GMS, nearly there, 495 subscribers. Yes, now, Tony Peterson, because I can see you're already in there with the comments, can you settle something for me? So everyone knows, at my 500, when we get to 500 subscribers, and we will, hit the like button. That'll help us get trending and, we'll get more subscribers. But when we hit roughly 500, it won't be exact. I'm doing a silver giveaway, and this is proudly brought to you by Tony Peterson. And Tony sent me a couple of silver coins. And can we double check which one was the one that was a giveaway? I always thought it was the Jekyll Island one was the giveaway. And then this one was the one for me, which was the Golden Eagle, Malta Golden Eagle one. But then someone commented on the channel and said, isn't the Golden Eagle the giveaway? I don't remember which one it was. Maybe I just get to choose. But what was your original thought, Tony? Was it the Jekyll Island 1 ounce silver round? right here. Come on, people. You can see it. You can do it. Come on. You know what you're doing. Yep. Nope. Don't want me. No, don't like it. For some reason, it hates this. There we go. The Jekyll Island silver round, or it'll like this one much better. The Golden Eagle Malta coin. Which one was the one that you were thinking was the giveaway? Can you let me know below? And I will let everyone know. I will wait to see that comment, and you'll get that comment in just a moment. Let's see. But yes, nearly 500 subscribers. Hit the big red subscribe button to do so, and we'll be doing that giveaway in some kind of form. Not for the 500th subscriber, but for the first 500 roughly subscribers. You will all get a chance if you enter the draw. Good morning, GMS chat fam. Synchronised Slurp. Got to be done. Oh, 496 now. That's because I would have posted on Reddit, the Silver Degen forum and the Wall Street forum. And so I'm getting lots of subscribers through there as well. So welcome to all the internationals as well. Fat fingers. Yes, that's why. With the question mark. Brilliant. I will stick around. Excellent. Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. Welcome, Tyler Durden. Good on you. Lance, up in Darwin, enjoying some aviation photography. I can see you're very much in the aviation space there with your profile picture. Are you an aviation photographer? Is that what you do? You are a photographer. We've talked about photography before. You and I, we have. So you must be a photographer of some kind, I'm guessing. Jason, morning Joe, morning Jason. There we go. Jekyll Island is that's what I thought too. So the Jekyll Island coin is the giveaway one right there. And I think that's a more pertinent giveaway right there. You know, the Jekyll Island, 1910 right there, and the plans to form the Federal Reserve and all that stuff. Black Coal is in the house. Malta. Black Coal wants the Malta as the giveaway. No, that's mine. And Tony Peterson says so. So she is the arbiter. Super rare and has historical significance. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll keep this one as the super rare one. No, I'll give the super rare one away. Right, go. I'll do a Malta. Tony Peterson says, I'll do a Malta Golden Eagle at 1,000 subs. Nice. That's fantastic. CT. From the Lone Star State in Texas is back in, and Black Coal, excellent. Good stuff. I love that you talk amongst each other. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with gold today. So number one, well, first, get your questions in. So this is all about, so we'll do gold, silver, platinum analysis, maybe gold, silver ratio, a couple of other things maybe. And then if you have questions for an 11-year bullion industry, retail industry veteran, get them in now-ish. Towards the end of my stuff, and then I'll see it, and then I'll answer some questions. But time code. Let's talk about gold's new challenge. Gold price's new challenge. What I need to do is share the screen as always, and don't forget after this I will be talking to you about my brand partner, but we'll get to that plug later on down the track. Doesn't always have to be in the first half of the show. Gold here on the daily time frame, priced in US dollars, $2,397.50 US cents. What were we talking about yesterday? If you go back, I won't play it, but if you go back yesterday, we were around here-ish. We were hovering around 2,400. Okay, so 2,400 has been the final hurdle for all-time highs. Been talking about it for a while, since about here-ish. I've been talking about it. Then we broke through it, made a new all-time high. Then we broke through it, made a new all-time high, came up to this area here, blah blah blah. When we were down here yesterday, before the spike up here, I popped in a new horizontal blue line yesterday. Where was that horizontal blue line? Gee, what do you know? It was at the obvious spike right here of $2,430 and I put it in there, and also because we had failed to close a day above it right here. So we had a couple of spikes, but very clear resistance at 2,430. So I said yesterday, look, now we're in this area here and we're hovering around it. A next area of resistance could be, and I don't say will 100%, I said could be at 2,430. And then overnight, we saw a spike bang on, basically, 2,430. Technically on this index, 2,432, but it's in that general vicinity. And it was very obvious, again, previous resistance here. as we sailed through it, but because we went back below it, it was going to become an area of resistance. Not 100% guaranteed. I never give those definites, but it was pretty obvious to me. So we have seen, unfortunately, we have seen a spike. And as you guys know, I don't like spikes on resistance. I love spikes on support. Spikes on support all day, every day. Give it to me all the time. Because that obviously means when there's spikes on support, to give you an example, if we're talking March of 2020, where are we? 2020, won't bore you with all the jazz. Let's see, right here. March of 2020, right there. March of 2020. On a weekly time frame. No, that's just getting annoying. Don't worry. I don't like big spikes. I won't bore you with that. I won't find it. Big spikes on the buying side are fantastic because it says buyers are in control of the market, which is great. So you see big spikes, it says, no, you don't. Blup, 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 blup. Buyers are in control. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, when you see spikes on resistance, it says, yeah, that's not an area that we're going to test credibly anytime soon, like consolidate around that area. Big spike there told me, yeah, no, not yet. And we had a spike here and we made that spike, so yeah, not yet. And then it took a little bit of time, then we had that move. That was a little spike, but here is just a bigger spike and I don't like them. So it says that's why that was a resistance level for me. Sorry, I won't do all this to give you massive motion sickness. Right there. Told me now it becomes for me a decent area of resistance. Okay, doesn't mean it's going to take months and months. No, but just got to watch out for it now. Okay, because of that spike. So that's why I will continue to have 2,430 as an area of resistance. I will keep, and I was considering moving my final hurdle for new all-time highs up to here, 2,430. I'm going to keep it at 2,400. While we are currently hovering around, and which we are, you can see it's very clear, we're still hovering around 2,400. So that's still kind of the major line in the sand at the moment for me. So what does that mean? While we're above 2,400 US dollars, I'm saying new all-time highs coming quickly. And that's in weeks and, month, 2 months roughly, rather than, 6+ months while we're above this area. If we close decently below here, then I have to change my opinion because I changed my opinion on the weight of evidence. Obviously, duh. But while we're around here, look, new all-time highs coming decently soon. I would say, month, 2 months while we're here. Okay, and this is all contingent on being around or over 2,400 US dollars. Just watch out for 2,430 as the absolute clear confirmation. So spiking above and closing any day above 2,430, it says, all-time highs coming in basically days. So we're probably less than 2 weeks, I would say. So if we close any week above here, close any day, particularly any week, but I'll keep it with a day, close a day above here, then saying new all-time highs being tested in days rather than multiple weeks. Makes sense? Good. What is the next level? So I did mention here on the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum, which you should join if you're an Australian stacker. Right here, I said right here, clear here, all-time highs quickly. Support here must hold. Okay, so that's at 2,350 or down to at least here. Okay, so that is here, right here. So must hold. I want to see it hold 2,400, but if we spike down, got to hold 2,350. Why? Clear area of resistance. Would it be worth me popping in a horizontal line? Yeah, we're getting a little bit liney, as I call it, but right there. Call it there. Level of resistance. Level of clear support for a while. That's when we saw the bounce off and then up to the new all-time high. So 2,350, very clear line. Breaking that, and then you're coming to test this uptrend line right here, which obviously has a chance of breaking through. But at the moment, I will remain, while we're above around 2,400, I'll remain 20-30% chance, maybe 20% chance that we see this broken and the best buy zone of 2250 to 2150 coming down to there and testing. Okay, so we're nowhere near coming down to the best buy zone. We're in this trading range at the moment. You got to see and wait for this to play out. Watch for 2400 and there, and that's pretty much it. So no new all-time highs coming imminently, but look for the next couple of months while we're above 2400, and that's basically all I've got to say. You are butting up against this uptrend line right here. I would suggest that the next time, whenever we do, and I'm not saying it's happening soon, but the next time, 1, 2, 3, the next time we test this line, that's going to be the breakthrough line. I'm going to give you a 95% guarantee on that. 95% chance that the next time we come up to test this line right here, it will break through, and then we'll come back and test it as resistance, I think. You don't normally see 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one also come back down and then spends much more time in the lower areas. That will be taken out the next time we get there, whenever that is. So keep that in the back of your mind. On the downside, though, you've actually got room to move for another bounce and test. I wouldn't say 100% or even 95% that if we test here again, that's the one that will take it out. You could still see a decent support there. Okay, so definitely, I say almost definitely taken out the next time we hit here. Watch for potential support there. Okay, that is gold. And just on the weekly, not the weekly, the daily time frame on the relative strength index, we're still trending down. So bear that in mind. On the weekly, well, we've had that spike. Okay, so you've always got to look at the longer term time frames as well. Weekly time frame, we've seen that spike down. That's a case to be made. There's a case to be made that 2400 will continue to remain a support. That would be a great sign. Obviously, on the relative strength index, we are not above the average just yet, so bear that in mind. And we've already gone into extremely overbought territory for gold. And on the monthly time frame, when it decides to click over right here, look, the monthly looks good, as you can see. Monthly looks good. We're already in extremely overbought, but we haven't spent a lot of time in extremely overbought on the relative strength index. As you know, you can spend lots of time in here. So that gives gold on the monthly timeframes, on the longer term timeframes, a lot more room to move. Okay, we are in this area. Keep that in mind. But again, you can spend a lot of time. If you look over here where my head is, right there, over here, you can spend a lot of time before we peak and turn over, which we will do eventually. This setup, though, and I keep talking about this setup, this uptrend line, I don't know about it. But anyway, we'll keep it at that for now. It's looking positive on the monthly at the moment. So that is gold. Let's take a look at silver. Ooh. Silver this is on the monthly. US dollars, $28.88 US cents. Once again, get your questions in for me, the veteran bullion dealer, bullion industry, retail industry veteran. I also ran my own bullion business for about a year, so you can ask me any questions about that if you want. But silver. Okay, as I've said, while we are below this trend line, let me go back to the daily. While we're below this trend line, I will remain 70% sure that we will hit the best buy zone. It's looking closer to 80%, but I'll keep it at 70 for the moment. While we are, oh man, it's so close. Oh, look, it's 70, 80-ish. While we are around there, what will I keep it at the close? About there? I think that's perfect. Perfect. While we're above 28.80, while we're above there, I'm 70% sure we hit the best buy zone. While we're below this downtrend line, I'm still 70% sure we hit the best buy zone. But if we break below here, I'm probably switching to immediately 90 to 95%. So wouldn't be go to 70 to 80, probably straight to like 90% sure that we hit the best buy zone at the moment. But we're in this little trading range. Can you see that right there? Very clear area of resistance at 28.80. Spikes through this little close here. These kind of little cluster of spikes right here. So we're in this kind of no man's land at the moment, but still 70% chance we hit the best buy zone. What's the best buy zone? anywhere from the top end at 28 US dollars down to the bottom end of 26. Definitely not saying we're getting to 26. There's probably only a 10% chance at this stage we see 26, but definitely 70% chance that we hit the top end there at 28. That's the best buy zone. Should you wait for the best buy zone? No. Should you dollar cost average? Yes. Everything I always say in every show. But on the weekly though, weekly doesn't look good unless we see the fake out. So I could be very wrong about this fake out. What was the fake out I was talking about? Sorry, and I'll just show you very quickly. The fake out I was talking about is when we were, and we're still there technically, I guess, but it was when we were forming this little arc right here, and then also we broke out over the downtrend line right here, but it was a failed move. So I was still confident that because we'd gone into extremely oversold on the relative strength index down here, I was like, ooh, watch for the fake out, and then we career back up towards $31. It has been so far, it hasn't played out yet. Until we're below 28.80, maybe the fake out could occur. It's much less likely at this stage. So I'm probably very wrong on that fake out. Because on the daily, if you have a look, yeah, we closed yesterday. We made that spike. It was a failed move to hold right here. Failed move to hold. The breakout or the potential fake out right there. Failed move to hold. Oftentimes from a failed move comes a fast move in the opposite direction. So actually, I almost have to call that a completely failed fake out. And I was wrong on that. And I can be wrong every minute of the day. So I'm not always right. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. So the weekly, though, doesn't look great at this stage, unless we do see that fake out, probably not, while we're below this downtrend line. So looking likely, and look on the monthly time frame, look at that giant spike. What do I keep saying? I don't like giant spikes on the selling side. I don't like big red spikes. That tells me sellers in control of the market, buyers didn't have enough oomph. And so when you see this pattern here, tends to mean lower. And so that's why I almost want to say 80%, but I'll stick with 70% for now. Best buy zone at minimum hit at 28 US dollars for now while we are where we are. Okay. But do watch out for, and again, I give it a 10%, but do watch out for the bottom end, because as I've been saying for a long time, you break out of a long-term area, and this long-term area here, this is on silver, this is from February of 2021, and we formed the uptrend line right here. So this is going back all the way for over 3 years, right there in this trading range, a symmetrical triangle pattern. We broke out. A lot of the time it happens on smaller time frames and on the larger time frames. You can have a breakout and then a retest of the area that it broke out from. It doesn't always happen, so that's why I have my best buy zone at 28 to 26. You could certainly, I'll give it a 10% chance that you could spike down to 26 and even down to the line right here, but I would only want to see that as a spike on the monthly time frame. You wouldn't want to close. Oh my God, you would definitely not want to close any month below 26 US dollars. That's the huge line in the sand. Closing a month, any month below 26, bad news bears for silver, in my opinion, because 26 has been the very infamous level going back all the way to 2011. When it was acting as support, then it's acted as major resistance. Makes sense? Good. 70% chance best buy zone hit at 28 at this stage. That is silver. Now for Tyler Durden, let's go to platinum. Platinum we'll go to the daily. Platinum on the daily time frame. Priced in US dollars, 949 US dollars. What have we been talking about? The head and shoulders pattern, which looks like it's still playing out. Unlike things like crypto, where it moves very fast, gold and silver, precious metals move slower. So you can have multiple days where it's hovering under a level and you think, oh, well, it hasn't gone down there yet. Just give it time, because it moves much slower than the crypto world, for example, of which I am in as well. Don't hold that against me. But left shoulder, head, right shoulder, absolutely, in my opinion, that is playing out right now. We broke the neckline. We have failed, as I've been talking about, 950, but we failed. Let's say we failed a number of days so far to hold, to close any day above the neckline right here. Definitely haven't closed above 950 right here. So that is still in play while we are below 950 US dollars. A couple of spikes. Spikes don't mean nothing. They mean nothing. It's mainly about closes for direction, if that makes sense. Because spikes, again, just indicate, oh, no, you don't. Or, no, you don't. Makes sense? So it's all about the closes. So we're still in the head and shoulders. So Tyler Durden was asking, should Tyler Durden wait for lower prices? No, don't wait for anything. You shouldn't do it. But in my humble opinion, while we're below this area right here, lower prices are coming, in my opinion. I'm giving that a, what did I say last time? I gave it a 80% chance or a 70% chance, something like that. But yeah, while we're below 950, we're going to see the bottom end, at least, of this area right here. Where are we? Right here. Of this symmetrical triangle pattern. Right here, we're going to see that bottom end at least tested, and I think that'll coincide roughly with the top end of my best buy zone at 900 US dollars. Going anywhere down to 750 US dollars is my best buy zone, with a little caveat of watch out for 840, as could be the little spike down, and then it's the fake out, and then we head back up. Okay, but right now we're heading down to that area while we're below 950 US dollars. What negates the head and shoulders pattern? Closing any day. I really want to say closing any day above 950, but to be safe, I'm going to say closing any day above this long-term downtrend line. For out of interest, Tyler Durden, if you're new to the show, welcome. This is the long-term downtrend line, the thicker yellow line right here, the long-term downtrend line on platinum in US dollars from February of 2008. Bloop, 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 bloop. To my new subscribers as well, quickly watch this if you haven't seen it. Long-term downtrend line after the GFC spike down to 750. You can't say, you can just see that above my head. And then we formed this lower high on the macro time frame, formed this downtrend line. It has failed every single time since 2011 to break and significantly stay above it stay above for any significant period of time. We had a spike here, no, failed, move down, spike here, no, you don't, spike, no, spike, and no, back down. Okay, that's why this thicker yellow line is a major area of resistance. So closing any day above here, particularly a week, would then signal, okay, no head and shoulders pattern playing out. We're not going to see lower prices, because that would signal to me, oh, that's a fake out on the head and shoulders pattern, which means a quick move back into the excited area would come. My humble opinion, you can choose to be different on that. But if this is an invalidated head and shoulders, I think we would see a quick move back above. Okay, so in here, I'm depressed for platinum, just so you know, Tyler. In here, I'm like, whatever, let's see. Above here, I'm excited for platinum, getting excited. And above here, as you all know, my final hurdle on the monthly time frame, got to close any month above 1,150 to 1,120 is my final hurdle to say, oh, bull market, baby, we are new territory, okay? Bull market for months and months and months, possibly years to come. That's my line in the sand, my final hurdle. Yours can be different, and that's cool. But not looking good for platinum while we're below 950, so that's coming, in my opinion, more likely than not. That could change depending on what the price does. No shit, Sherlock. All right, that is gold, silver, platinum. I'm going to quickly look at the gold. Ask some questions of me. If you have any questions, get your questions in now. I could be wrong. I could be really wrong on this. I was making a call. Wow, that's so interesting. I was making a call, and I'm going to check the 4 hour. I was making a call that because we've seen this move right here, this is unusual to see. So this is the gold to silver ratio. As this goes up, gold's outperforming silver. As this goes down, silver is outperforming gold. Because of this pattern here, big spike, big spike, big spike. As I said, I don't like the spikes. I don't like the verticals. The vertical? Well, that is vertical. I don't like the up spikes. I don't like the on top spikes, because it says, oh, we tried, but the sellers were in control. Oh, we tried, but the sellers are in control. I've seen 3 big spikes, 1, 2, 3, and it looks like it was curving over. And that's why I said, Yeah, I think silver's going to have a week this week. I must be absolutely wrong on this, because on the 4 hour, why was I talking about this? Okay, because we had already gone into extremely overvalued. I have to say overvalued rather than overbought. Extremely overvalued for gold on the 4 hour time frame on the relative strength index. It definitely looked like it was ticking down, and we certainly saw a couple of spikes, but it wasn't spiking high. Okay, and then we went down into here. I'm going to say, I still have to say, until we're above the normal area right here, until we're out of the normal range on the relative strength index on the 4 hour, I have to say, we're not going to see resistance broken here. I'm going to say it's still resistance just while we're there until we break there. So look, what would negate that? We are moving in the upward direction. I just feel like the gold buyers are getting exhausted here. It's just a weird pattern that I would never normally see. And I don't think I've ever seen this pattern before on the daily time frame on the gold to silver ratio. It's just weird, and that's why it gets my back up. Where I go, they're trying, gold's still trying, it's trying, and then maybe exhaustion, and then silver finally takes over for a little bit of time. So I'm going to remain with that. I still think silver's got that chance. So I'm going to say more than a 50% chance that silver still will see the next week or two outperforming gold. Okay, what would negate that? Obviously breaking above and holding above this uptrend line right here, and that's anywhere at 83.4 roughly. But this area will be a major area of resistance. You might even see it spike up to here, and then that's when the gold buyers are exhausted and silver takes control. So we might have to wait until here to find that resistance, and then down we go. But I think the next 2 weeks at least, 2 weeks roughly, we'll call it 2 weeks, is silver's time to shine again. That's my humble opinion, and I could be wrong. Anything else I need to look at? Australian dollar to USD, still below this area, and it's got room to move. So that's all we need, and you won't even get a time code for that. That has been gold, silver, platinum, gold to silver ratio. Finally, if you have any questions for me as a veteran bullion dealer in the industry, ask them now, and I'll read out your shout outs and anything like that. And that's pretty much it. I got to go. You got to go soon. Hit the big red subscribe button and hit the like button as well. Helps with the algorithm. It helps me and it helps you. The sooner we get to 500 subscribers, the sooner we will do the giveaway for the Jekyll Island 1 ounce silver round. And at this stage, I mean, I've got subscribers all around the world, and I can't. It would be very unfair for me to limit it to Australia, because I want to be greedy and I don't want to pay a lot of shipping. Nah, it's going to go to anywhere around the world if you enter the draw. So the way it's going to work: get to 500, there'll be an entry form of some kind. So you've got to enter. I can't just do a random thing of all the users. You'll have to enter. Okay. And then we'll do some kind of random number generator, something like that. And the winner gets it sent to them free of charge anywhere in the world. It could cost me $150 for shipping, but hopefully you don't live too far away. And it's 1 ounce, so it's really not going to be that much, I guess. Anyway, so any questions for a 11-year bullion retail industry veteran? As you know, I worked for Goldstackers in Australia. Then I actually started my own bullion business for a year called Melbourne Bullion Company. I still got the name. You can't take it. It might come back one day. You never know. And then, of course, as you know, I was the first employee at Bullion Now. If you're in Australia and you're in bullion, you know Bullion Now. You wouldn't have known Bullion Now from about late 2019, early 2019, until I was the first employee and I launched and grew the YouTube channel and took it from 0 to 20,000 subscribers by the time I left. So I've served thousands of, it has to be over 1,000 customers in my time now. Got a lot of back-end knowledge. If you have any questions for me quickly, I'll answer them. But if you don't have any questions, that's fine. We'll get out of here. We'll just do some shout-outs. Let's see. Comments, queries, and all that. By the way, if you do want to send me an email, send it to gmstackers@gmail.com. gmstackers@gmail.com. Why? we haven't done show and tell for a while, so we can do subscriber show and tell for my new subscribers. You send me an email to there, send me a picture of something you've recently grabbed, a great bargain or an interesting piece, or you send me a picture of your entire stack. You can remain completely anonymous, of course, and you say, hey, I'm happy for you to show that on screen, and I'll do subscriber show and tell. We haven't done that for a while. Also haven't done my own kind of show and tell because, as you know, I don't store the bulk of my stuff at home because that's dumb because I'm in the industry and I'm on the camera, right? I'm a mini public figure in the bullion industry. So no. So I have a few bits and pieces. So every now and then you'll get some show and tell from me. But I need your subscriber show and tell. Let's keep that going. So gmstackers@gmail.com. Or if you just have a question or a query or anything about anything, send me an email there. You can also send me an email there if you want me to potentially help you launch and grow, launch or continue to grow on social media with the skills, and I'll teach you the skills how to create consistently engaging content. Anyone can make content, it has to be consistently engaging, and that's what I teach. Okay, I've done it for Bullion Now, did it for Ainslie, done it for my own channels, and I do it for other businesses as well. That's the other plug. And speaking of, dang, and I didn't do it, get your last questions in. Of course, get your questions in for me. Naturally, I've got to, and I will, get to the plug for Perth Bullion Exchange, my brand partner. Right here, Perth Bullion Exchange, their weekly special this week is the 10-ounce Scottsdale Silver Stacker. You can't see that part of it, but you can see the bulk of it there. The 10-ounce Scottsdale Silver Stacker Bar for $10 off. This is Australian dollars, people, so US people don't balk at the price right there. And of course, you know the Stacker Bars, $10 off. And you buy over 10, you get instant free shipping Australia-wide. And here's the other deal. You don't have to buy 10 of these. Let me just give you a quick little insight. Perth Bullion Exchange is the first dealer in Australia to offer free shipping over certain quantities. But here's the little trick, okay? You don't have to buy 10 of these to get the free shipping. And Ricky from Perth Bullion Exchange is more than happy for me to tell you this. They actually have a quantity rule as part of the thing. So you could, as long as you buy 20 of anything, and it can be a mix and a match. So for example, if you wanted one of these specials at $488, and then so buying one of these equates to one item, but you can buy another 19 items of anything. And as long as you've got 20 items or more in your shopping cart, free shipping. So you could buy one of these, and then you could buy, you could buy 19 half-ounce silver rounds, or you could buy 19 one-ounce silver rounds, or whatever. As long as the total in the shopping cart equates to 20 or more items, you get the free shipping. So this is how it works here at Perth Bullion Exchange. It's such an amazing, and yes, they're my brand partner, all that stuff, but they're my brand partner for a reason, okay? Australia's first dealer to offer free shipping. No other bullion dealer has ever dared step up to the plate, and so give them a huge support. So that's that. Get your questions in for me. The last thing I will say is, as we've been talking about, once we hit 500 subscribers and over a certain amount of watch hours, I'm definitely going to be offering I'm going to be offering a membership. It might be a YouTube premium, or it might be one of those other membership kind of websites where you will get perks. So it'll be something like, I don't know yet, $5 to $10 a month, roughly. But the value you will get in return far exceeds the $5 or $10 per month. It will, and I know for a fact because I've confirmed this with Perth Bullion Exchange, it will come with perks from Perth Bullion Exchange that you can only get as a member. Number one. So that's the first one. You're going to get some kind of regular member discount off any item. It might be a percentage off the premium. You just instantly get a certain percentage off the premium. It might be a instant, $1 off per ounce, or $10 off for gold, or whatever it is. We've still got to work that out, but you'll get instant. So you're buying instantly cheaper than everyone else that's buying from Perth Bullion Exchange. And because they have great prices, you're going to be buying basically cheaper than anyone else in Australia for retail precious metals from retail bullion industry. Okay, so that's perk number one. Perk number two, you're going to get an extra special per week from Perth Bullion Exchange, or you might get an extra discount on the weekly special. All right, so discounts, discounts, discounts. That's number one. Number two, you're going to get more content from me. So it'll be extra content for members only. It'll be stuff that I'm interested in, not bullion related. It might be crypto stuff. It might be health and wellness, because I'm very much into that. It could be random lessons on life lessons on things that I've learned, or how to do X or whatever. There'll be Q&As for just the members only. So a lot of extra content as well, and you get discounts too. And that content that I do might be a little extra spicy. I don't mean OnlyFans spicy. I mean just a little stuff that you really can't say in public too much. So that's coming. So bear in mind for that. All right, so get your questions in for me. Questions for a veteran bullion dealer? If you have any questions, let's see. But we'll do the comments and the queries, etc., and then we shall get out of here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate it. Any final questions or comments? Tony Peterson says, and I agree, this is an amazing chat community we are building. All thanks to our analysis guru, Joe. Well, I'm happy to be that guy. But what I'm really happy to do is build this community, and that's what it is. It is a family. It's the Good Morning Stackers family, GMS family. Hit the big red subscribe button. Why do I want to create a family and a community? Because we need it. We're living in times where we're all... Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, good. Yeah, good. We're all like this, and we need these communities. And there, some people have, some people of you have large families, and you've got that. Some people don't have families. Some people live alone. Some people this. And so I want to become that, your internet friend, if that makes sense as well. And we want to be this internet family. And later on down the track, what if? Wasn't really part of the plan, but it's a what if. What if something happens to the world that is not great? And we all need a little community to come back to, as long as the internet's around. This could be the little hub. Maybe the Gold Silver Stackers Australia forum too, but this little extra mini hub of people that we at least have gotten to trust on an internet perspective, okay? Never trust anyone you've just met off the internet, okay? But we're forming this little community, and that maybe for that reason as well. A communication channel. Who knows, right? But yes, I do agree. Any questions? Good morning, Danny Lou. Great to see you. Hope you are still watching. We're getting towards the end today. Tony Pearson says to CT, and I do agree, you're so lucky to be in the USA, plus free shipping from free shipping from Golden State Mint for Silver Shield over a certain amount. That's true, that you do get free shipping from Golden State Mint in the States. Again, but Perth Bullion Exchange is the only company in Australia to offer free states. The states seem to have heaps of local coin shops. In Australia, it's majorly the bullion dealers in capital cities, yes, and a sprinkling of local coin shops. Though, yeah, mainly in Australia, it is the big bullion dealers. Mainly have to go to a big one. But in the States, you've got your local coin shop all over the place. You guys are lucky for that because you can pick up bargains. Sorry, everyone, have to go. Have a great day. Fantastic. CT says, it is consolidating. Had a local coin shop go out of business overnight. Oh, what? That's no good. As consumers run out of cash, they're thinning out due to less customers. That's a real shame. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, look, small businesses are. It's getting just much more, the big brands. GMS, everyone says. Ray. Hazard says, I'd be upset as well. It would be convenient to have a local coin store near me. I'd love a local coin shop near me. Let's see. I've seen a few videos about local coin shops having their bank accounts closed suddenly too, plus paying higher fees to deposit cash in the bank. The bank's war on bullion is not good. And I can tell you from first-hand experience, here's something. It wasn't a question. It was not a question, but I will give it as an answer for a bullion retail industry veteran. The amount of trouble that every single bullion business that I've been in has had with banks over time, bullion businesses in Australia have had to claw and fight to stay open in terms of their bank accounts. At least 2 bullion businesses that I'm aware of that I've worked for have had bank accounts closed, and they've had to open other bank accounts with another business. because the bank just went, "Nah, we're not doing bullion anymore." It's like, what? Oh, reason? I don't know. We just security. What? And there's no decent reason for it either. So, fraud, anti-terrorism, money laundering, blah blah blah, gold. It's like, come on, man. So I have seen it firsthand and witnessed it firsthand, and it's probably going to get worse. I'd imagine. There's been a lot of hoop jumping in the Australian bullion industry in regards to banks. The crooks, a lot of them. Let's see. Any more? Great question. Good. I think I've answered this before. Jason said, if not too personal question, why did you close your bullion company? So 2017 to 2018, I'd left Goldstackers and I'd started Melbourne Bullion Company. So 2017 to 2018. In 2017, so I was, it was just a, at-home thing. I'd sometimes meet clients at a little satellite office that I had utilization of in the Melbourne CBD. And that's because the wholesaler that I'd been dealing with, who's a dear friend of mine, but the wholesaler of mine, and he was my wholesale outlet. This gentleman had and I won't say names and all that, very good friend of mine, had a wholesale business. So I was buying wholesale from him and, selling to everyone. Unfortunately, his wholesale business got into some GST issues with sort of the higher premium stuff. And unfortunately, his wholesale business had to close because of the GST. It was just easy to go, okay, ATO, I'm done. I'm just closing this business. So unfortunately, my one wholesale avenue dried up. And the business was going all right. It was going okay. But my one wholesale avenue, I wasn't big enough to become a Perth Mint distributor, anything like that. So my wholesale avenue dried up. And so I had to oh, well, that's it. And that's life. I've still got the name. I could bring it back up if I wanted to. Should I? Post a comment below. Should Melbourne Bullion Company come back? I don't know. We'll see. But I'm very happy to be partnered with Perth Bullion Exchange at the moment. They're doing great guns. And as I said to you guys a long time ago, well, not too long ago, I was chatting with Ricky from Perth Bullion Exchange before it launched. And we were talking about, let's talk about how we're going to launch it. And I helped them with the launch. And I grilled the ever-loving out of him. I said, well, I ran a bullion. Yeah, are you doing this? Yep. Are you doing this? Yep. Oh, you're doing this too? Yep. What about this? What about free shipping? And he goes, I've been thinking about that for a while. And we talked about it for a long time. And then, lo and behold, Ricky became the first one to offer free shipping in Australia over certain quantities. So I said, oh, you're even doing that? Would you even consider free shipping? And he goes, I've been thinking about it. I go, well, let's talk it through. How would it work? And then lo and behold, it looked like it could work. And so they're doing it. And so what I mentioned this because why start another bullion business when Perth Bullion Exchange is doing every single thing that I would do if I was starting Melbourne Bullion Company again? I don't see the point. And every man and his dogs, it seems, on the east coast of Australia has a bullion business now. Why should I add to it? Yeah, I could add some value, maybe. But Perth Bullion Exchange are just doing just a bang-up job. So that's my long answer for what should have been a short answer. Tony Peterson. Bullion dealers are like well-oiled machine, moving mass amounts of inventory in and out. Yes, major bullion dealers make their money by the turnover, by getting it in and getting it out rather than buying it years ago and then making the big difference. As you know, that's how bullion dealers make their money. They make a tiny little spread of, they make a percentage of the premium. They don't make the premium as profit. It's a percentage of the premium because they've got their overheads, bills, wages, all that stuff to pay for. So it's only a percentage of the premium, which is already small. So it's like very, very thin margins in the bullion industry. So you've got to sell a lot. So that's why bullion businesses hedge every day. Whatever you sell, you've got to buy back the equivalent. So you're locking in that little premium, that profit, rather than waiting for, better opportunities, which may not come and you can lose out. So that's it for that one. I think that could be the last one. Hazza says my favorites 10-ounce stackers are the Scottsdale. I love Scottsdale stackers. They are absolutely awesome. And for $10 off, great deal. Better late than never, says the Don. Good to see you. Tony Peterson says, great. Perks are great. So now we're talking about, we're going to offer the premium membership. This show will stay completely the same, free of charge, live for everyone, week daily, but there will be an extra members only thing. Again, the perks will be extra discounts from Perth Bullion Exchange, extra content from me, just for the premium members. But it says perks are great. Okay, you sold me on why to pay for Joe's OnlyFans. Yeah, it's basically like Bullion OnlyFans. I mean members only. Woo! Look, if times get desperate enough, you never know. Well, if Joe is chat dad, I am the point. I would call you chat mum. Yeah, I agree. And the rest are our children, our protege. Yeah, chat mum. And Tony, I like what you did there, Tony. You've done, just for our international subscribers, our US subscribers, Tony, because she knows we have international subscribers, she wrote chat mom, M-O-M. Mum in Australia, in British English of what we do, is M-U-M. So we would say chat mum, but she was kind enough to do chat mom, like that. Joe's OnlyFans sounds terrible. Yeah, woo, lying on a bearskin rug. And lastly, I think this is the last question or comment. Do you think high open interest in gold and silver will have a negative impact on gold and silver prices? What does everyone think? Post a comment below about that. Do you think high open interest in gold and silver will have a negative impact on gold and silver prices? I don't know, and I don't have an opinion. I should probably know and learn more about that, about open interest and all that stuff. Again, even though a veteran bullion industry retail person, I don't know everything about economics and all that. So should I know more about open interest rates and all that stuff? Now, do you mean in gold and silver? I don't know that answer. And I'm sorry to say I don't know that answer, but maybe someone else can pop a comment below. Maybe I will use that as a educational tool, and I'll do some research on that myself. I'm probably giving away my naivety there, but I don't know. But, I'm never going to make something up and go, it's definitely, I could have just said, yeah, definitely going lower. So don't know. More buyers equals higher premiums due to scarcity, if that's what you're saying about that. If that's a comment on Denny's comment, more buyers equals higher premiums. Yes, of course. So supply and law of supply and demand, the more buyers there are, and if supply is staying the same, the higher the premiums will probably go, because otherwise, the stores are getting looted. As such, they're getting bought out, and the fastest way to go out of business is to have no stock. So you've got to raise your premiums to tame the people going, that's really cheap. So you raise the premiums to spread the love all around, so you can just maintain an actual business. So that is true. All right, people, we are out of here. That has been Good Morning Stackers for Thursday, the 25th of July, 2024. Can you believe we're already there? That is it, people. Grab your tasty beverage for the synchronized slurp while we play the music. Ready? Here we go. In 3, 2. Bring your
grab a tasty beverage
for the
let's get in the groove. Synchronized
tomorrow, which will be the last day of the week. I will see you tomorrow, Friday. We won't read that comment right now, but you can read that after the fact. Stay safe, stay informed, have an amazing day, people, and we'll see you tomorrow.